Tonight we have a very special guest, and it's her first appearance on the Leanne DeGeneres Show. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mrs. Jean Green.
So how are you tonight?
Oh, great! This is such a wonderful experience. It's my first interview since I've become athletic director.
Oh, perfect. Speaking of which, it's all over the local news about the recent state titles that the boys and the girls varsity soccer teams have earned at the Jasper-Troopsburg High School.
It is fantastic. It's just been a great accomplishment to have a state title, let alone have both teams win it in the same year. It's pretty phenomenal. State history, I think.
And so this is your first part of the school year as athletic director.
Yeah.
How's it been working with the athletes and coaches?
Oh, they've been all very supportive and very cooperative, and oh my gosh, I started out with two state titles. I just am going to fail for the rest of my career as athletic director.
Can't go much farther than that.
Whoa! So I was like, no. So I guess we have to try to get coaches to do that in all the other sports. So no pressure there, basketball coaches, not at all.
No pressure, but 2 more state championships would be nice.
Yeah.
So how long have you been at Jasper-Troopsburg?
This is my 17th year at Jasper-Troopsburg. Yeah, I started as a 7th grade science and chemistry teacher, and now I teach just chemistry and college chemistry. I've taught biology, I've taught math, I've taught a little bit of everything. So.
Where have you taught previously?
Oh yeah, I have, because I taught 8 years at Addison High School. And before that, my very first teaching job was at Greenwood Central School for a wonderful man, superintendent named Grover Weller. Rest his soul. He passed away of cancer right after I was working for him, but he took a chance on a girl right out of college and believed in me and gave me my start, and I credit my career to him. And then I got the job at Addison after it was a long-term sub at Greenwood, and I got my job at Addison on his recommendation. I'm pretty sure he had a lot to do with getting me into Addison that very following fall. And so I never went without having a teaching job right out of college, and I credit him with that.
Now, so you got a job right out of college,
yes,
teaching. Do you think if you had gone to college more recently and tried to get a job right out of college, do you think an opportunity would have come to you like that?
I think it would be more difficult, but I think science teaching jobs are open. There aren't, in fact, I know of science positions in our area right now that are filled by people who aren't totally science certified. So I'd like to hope that I'd get a job easily in this day and age, but then you just don't ever know. I did come into teaching when there was a beginning of a turnover in the late 80s, early 90s. And like they're starting to be now as I reach retirement age in a few years, then a lot of us the same age are going to retire, and then there'll be lots of opportunities, but it is kind of tight right now with jobs. But.
We'd like to take a quick break now to feature a new and upcoming country artist, Brent Barnes.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the tree tops glisten.
New and upcoming country artist Brent Barnes performs White Christmas on his new album, Country Christmas, available in most stores near you.
What made you want to focus on chemistry? You said you taught regular science before, or?
It was a pure accident, because it was. I first wanted to be a medical technologist because I absolutely loved the hospital world and thought that I would like to work in the hospital lab until my second year of college, and I spent 2 weeks in a hospital lab and I hated it, so I didn't know what I was going to do. But I liked the sciences, so biology and chemistry double major, a lot of math, and then I got a biology teaching degree and double certification in chemistry. My first job was teaching purely 8th grade science, which is more physics and chemistry mixed at the junior high level. And then the lady at Addison retired, and I had a chance to take over the chemistry teaching. So it was just an accident. It's just something that happened to me, I fell into, and I took advantage of. And then at Jasper-Tewksburg, I took the chemistry position. And I had a chance to switch to biology after I'd been at JT for about 3 years. The biology teacher retired, and I thought long and hard about it. But I stayed in chemistry because you can't blow anything up in biology. You just cut things apart. And in chemistry, you can catch things on fire. And I enjoy that. So it's a lot more exciting to me.
Much more fun, seems.
Much more fun.
So teaching for so long in one community, you must be involved in other things besides just teaching in the school, right?
Oh yeah, I live in the community I teach in, which some people don't like to do that. They like to get away and whatever, but my kids have gone to the same school. It's worked out very well for us. I always made the deal with them that they don't put their nose in my business and I don't put my nose in their business, well, unless I have to. And I like to think I'm respected in the community and a big part of the community. People, it's always good to go out and about town and always be able to have conversation with people. So.
All right, folks, speaking of being involved in the community, here's a public service announcement from C&J General Store.
Hi, I'm Jack. This is Colleen. We bought the store April 22nd, 2013. We decided, being here in the community for over 50 years, that we wanted to keep the small town grocery store / sub shop pizza shop in town. So we pursued that, even though we both have full-time jobs at the school. We're hiring 5 employees right now.
We don't have to take an income from here, that we're able to hire, to help those families out too.
We're trying to keep prices as low as possible. The Wise chips at $2 a bag. I don't know how they can sell them so cheap. Boy, we can't keep this thing here, right, Colleen? This will be empty once a week. I mean, they're just gone. Pizza, the deli, pizza and subs and
Chicken wings and the other fried foods, cauliflower, broccoli, all that stuff sells. And I'm able to carry over because I started my 25th year in the food service at the school, and he does maintenance at the high school and stuff, so anything that needs to be fixed or anything, he's able to do the work himself, so we save there. So our son and daughter help out. It's a family thing.
Well, teaching for so long and being so involved in the community, you must have some exciting moments that stand out in your memory.
Oh my goodness. There's always a little pyromaniac in my lab group. This was about 8-10 years ago. This one boy used to like to burn something in the Bunsen burner every lab, and I got so that I can identify if it was a pen, if it was a pencil, if it was a straw, if it was a zipper, if it was a human hair. I could just figure out exactly what he was to set, and then he just always wondered why I would yell at him, and I told him it was because I knew he was the one doing the burning, and he then fessed up. And it was funny. And then I had a test tube totally explode, hit the ceiling, full of wax, melted wax. But, and a teacher should probably never say this, but I'm going to say this right on live television, that it just, the wax popped up, hit the ceiling, and landed on top of this kid's head. He had a brush cut, and he hit a burn right on top of his head, and I just was like, I didn't say this to him, I was like, oh, serves you right for not following proper procedures. So I have all these little moments in the back of my mind that I laugh about afterwards. I handle them professionally at the time, but it's just very entertaining to be a teacher as kids learn how to do some of these things.
Well, I bet your own kids don't get away with much.
Oh, not a lot. No. They think they do. I let them think they do. Yeah, I have a son and a daughter. They're 4 years apart, and yeah, they've been a joy to have in school. It's my favorite job, though. I'm an athletic director. I do all this volunteer work and stuff, but my favorite thing is being a mom.
You are so involved and so busy and wear so many different hats. Do you have any hobbies? What do you do in your free time? Do you have free time?
I get up in the middle of the night and I shop on the internet until I max out the credit card. Then I have to stop doing that. So then I come up with other things to do. Like a great stress reliever for me has always been sewing. I love to sew. Like I used to make clothes for my kids. when I was pregnant, I made all of my own maternity clothes because I'm so tall I couldn't find the pants and anything long enough or the shirts long enough. So, you know, that was back in the day when maternity clothes were loose. You didn't like wear them skin tight and show how big your belly was. You didn't. You just, you know, covered it all up. So, yeah, I wanted the smock tops and the long ones, so I had to make them myself, and I had quite the nice wardrobe, I think. And then recently I've taken up quilting. Would you like to see one?
Oh, of course.
Well, look, I brought one
I'm
along.
sure
just
everyone would love
because.
to
Look,
see a
this
quilt.
was my very first pattern that I tried.
Oh, wow.
This is one of the Eleanor, I forget her last name, but one of her quilt by day, and it's one of the day and night pattern. Oh, I just love this. This is my favorite.
It's
This
beautiful.
is my blankie. When I
Cuddle
finally
right
do
up
fall
with
asleep.
it.
I
Look,
did.
it's big enough for both of us.
Look at that.
Perfect. Why didn't we have this the whole time?
I don't know. It's my comfort thing. Wow, we're having a good time tonight.
Yes, we are. Unfortunately, I think this is about all the time we have left for you.
Well, I was so happy that I got invited to come on your show. I'd watch it every day.
Of course, we wouldn't. We were so happy to have you.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm sure if you just stay snuggled up on this couch here, no one would even notice.
There we go. There we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Jean Green.